Welcome to Public Interface. I'm Mark, and joining me today is Kevin Quillen and Corey Caplette, our Drupal practice lead and CTO respectively. Today we're going to be talking about Drupal and the Engage conference by Acquia. Morning, guys.
Morning.
So, our Drupal practice is new compared to some of the other technologies that we use. What was it about Drupal specifically that made us jump in for them instead of, a number of other technologies?
I mean, as a firm, we focus on leading platforms. So if you look at the products we use, they're all leaders in their spaces. And simply why we started looking at Drupal is because we heard a lot of interest from our customers and potential customers. And so that's where we want to be. And I think if we just don't jump into, really, we won't just jump into a platform without giving it a good amount of thought. I think 10 years ago, you heard a lot of companies that would say we're technology agnostic, and you had to be at the time. But what customers are looking for today is expertise. That's what's going to differentiate you. So we thought about, we did our research. We looked at Drupal as a technology and where Acquia was taking it. And for us, it was an easy decision after doing that research.
And at this point now, we're on to Drupal 8. They've been out for maybe a little under a year, but there's probably a lot of systems out there still on 7, and upgrades are always tough. Is there anything that, for somebody who's looking to upgrade that they should know or maybe want to kind of have an idea of what they're getting into before they do?
So there's really two ways to answer it. Should you adopt now if you don't have an existing system? It's really an evaluation. Yeah. If you're already on Drupal 7, probably worth holding out another year for the contributed modules to catch up. If you're starting from scratch, you definitely want to be on Drupal 8 today.
Yeah.
Acquia's out there. They've released a number of products to help clients who are using Drupal really make the most of their platform and their marketing, such as Site Factory, Content Hub, Lift. What about these technologies? What are each one of them doing?
Yeah, and I think before talking about each one individually, if you look at those set of products you mentioned, they're really geared towards the enterprise and sophisticated implementations. So looking at them individually, you have Lift, which is really targeted at personalization. So tracking users' activities in real time and historically, segmenting your users, and so that you can deliver personalized content to them and hopefully increase your conversions and transactions. Site Factory, and so if you're an organization that has dozens or hundreds of websites, you can't just install a vanilla version of Drupal and go for it. You need something that helps you standardize or stamp out sites. And so Site Factory allows you to do that quickly and easily. And then Content Hub is around content organization and orchestration. So again, if you have dozens or hundreds of websites, it's a really large challenge to manage and organize your content across those. Not only are you serving content maybe to different products, but they're in different languages and different regions. And so something like Content Hub is there to help you orchestrate that content. So you can consume content from any of those sites, or you can publish content to any of those sites. So individually, these are all very useful products on their own, but also when you look at them together, you can see that there's really a lot that Acquia is trying to offer the enterprise around Drupal.
Now that's a lot of marketing, but for the developer's perspective, what tools is Acquia releasing to help a developer kind of bring a product into the marketplace a lot sooner?
There's really 3 products that they've released this year that for developers that are really interesting. There's Piplines, which is new. That's their new continuous deployment tool. There's Acquia BLT, which is their scaffolding tool for Drupal projects. And on the other end of the spectrum, there's Acquia Waterwheel, which is a JavaScript library to help communicate to a Drupal backend through JavaScript. So for the new headless website movement.
And the two of you are both headed to Acquia's Engage conference. What are you guys looking forward to when you go there?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it's always, it provides really great insight to understand where Acquia is going, sort of how they're positioning. And, just as we talked about, there's a lot of product and services that they've been developing over the last year. And so it's a really great chance to see how these are working in the wild and hear success stories. So I think for me, Engage is really all about the case studies. And just understanding and seeing, how people have used these technologies to be successful.
What about from a developer's perspective? What does the Engage conference give you?
As a developer, I look forward to hearing talks. Last year there was a talk about how Pfizer utilized Site Factory and Content Hub to deploy, I think it was like 4,000 sites into the Acquia cloud, and those sorts of stories are always exciting and interesting to hear.
All right, thanks guys for taking the time and catching me up on the state of Drupal.
Thanks, Mark.
So that's our show. Catch us on Twitter at Velir. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, watch us next time as we implement another episode of Public Interface.